Hello and welcome. You're watching Cricbuzz Live. My name is Tanay Tiwari. Now, for a very long time, and rightly so, there was so much talk about Virat Kohli's time. It's just the time is not right. He's not been able to make that 71st century. But बात तो ये है ना कि दिन और रात लोगों के होते होंगे. शेरों का ज़माना होता है. And for a player who's once in a generation player, he now completes his 71st century after almost 1,000 days. India reached 212 for 2 at the end of their 20 overs. Afghanistan's bowlers, well, had no answers. With me, Mr. Harsha Bhogle, Mr. Parthiv Patel. Today again, Harsha, he showed why he's once in a generation player after a while now. Also, of course, yeah.
No.
Why? Yeah, I know, yeah.
Virat Kohli opened the batting, got 100. Why are you asking me?
Oh, yeah. But I always felt that that's his best position. He's got all his runs for RCB when he had a great season in 2016. He was opening. And I personally felt, there's a logic behind which I think is when Virat Kohli plays, when he's opening, he doesn't dictate the scoreboard. He knows how to, when he starts from zero, he won't overhit. He'll set the pace for the game, and which exactly what he did today also. I mean, there's a vast difference between a shot which he played in last game and the shots which he played today. I mean, he was not trying to overhit anything. He was just playing those Muska shots which we talk about and with fierce power. So I've always felt it, and I've been saying this for a while. And not like
what an interesting expression. I thought we used that in Hyderabad growing up. Yeah. When someone timed it really well, you would say Muska.
Muska, but Muska.
What I liked about this innings most was, other than once or twice, he never lost shape. Yeah. He kept playing the way Virat Kohli plays. Yeah. And when Virat Kohli plays that way, the gaps are meant to be found. The gaps are there for Virat to find. Yeah. And he was finding them batting like Virat. He was finding them like this. He was not slogging. So this is the Virat Kohli you want to see. Little word of caution. I don't think they bowled really well today. It could be that Virat Kohli didn't make them bowl well today either. But everything was going off the middle of the bat. You take this innings and put this innings along with some innings from 2017-18. See if it looks out of place, it won't.
Wow. Yeah, correct. As I think Peter Drury said it when Cristiano Ronaldo came back, and he said, close your eyes, and he never went away. And this was so close to the kind of innings that he played in 2016-17. Every time he was set, he made sure that he accelerated. That was a complaint for a while now. Today, he showed that he can still do it.
No, that's been the case, and that's what his stats is also saying, that if he plays till 14th, 15th over, the strike rate suddenly goes to a double, and that's what happened today also once he got set. And even in last couple of innings he did get set, but he was still trying to hit hard. Today he was just, as Harsha Bhai said, he was just finding gaps. He knew he was always in control of the game. When we saw a bit of a change in his stance, and which you usually do it when you're playing slog overs, where you cover and come to the off stump, so that you cover more areas around the crease. But Virat Kohli being Virat Kohli, I mean, we always been talking about the 71st 100, it took 1,000 days and all of that, but there was never a question about it. The question was when, and now that everyone got that answer. These are obviously the best I've seen see him batting in last couple of years. The way he was batting, the kind of shots he was producing, I thought again, I mean, for India's chances, for everyone, I just feel that Virat Kohli should open for India in T20
Yeah, look, three genuine quality bowlers. I don't know if Fazal Farooqi and all these guys, for example, are at their peak, but three quality bowlers in Farooqi, in Mujib, and in Rashid. Where's Farooqi? He went for a few runs today. He was a good bowler. Yeah. He'd still be suffering a little after effect of the 2 sixes. But there was Rashid and there was Mujib. So it's not a tin pot attack. It's a good attack, this one. It's an attack that's created trouble for Pakistan. It's an attack that's created trouble for a lot of other teams. So he's not got this against just somebody. Yeah. I mean, it's a very good batting surface. All that is true, but he's got runs looking like Virat Kohli, which is a good sign. Maybe 71 when the traffic lights have changed. Maybe it's green again.
Finally, they have that green signal is a go. But it's been a long time coming, close to 1,000 days, PP. And even for someone like Virat Kohli to have this monkey off his back, it would be a big relief. I mean, we saw he was laughing. This celebration was a big departure from how he would have celebrated perhaps in 2016, 17. But that's the evolution of the man as well.
You grow up with your age also. I mean, we're talking about 7 years later about the expression when you know, especially with what Virat Kohli has gone through. He himself has quoted saying, it's been tough mentally. It's been difficult on him. It has taken toll on him. So yeah, but after more than I won't say it would be relief, but I would say he would be really happy knowing him. He must have played so many balls in the nights. He must have worked really hard in the gym. That's usually he always does. Whenever he doesn't get runs, he would go back to practice sessions. He would go back to gym and make sure that he's ticking all the boxes. The process is right, and he must have done that for 1,000 days. There is no doubt about it. Even if he had got 100 before that 1,000 days, he would have done the same routine. And now that he's done that, so hopefully, as Harsha bhai said, now there's the monkey is off his back, and now 71 could quickly be 80, 85 very soon. And
but the main question now is, can we get a single on Parthiv, please? Can we get a single? The main question is, should Virat Kohli open, and therefore, do we have a problem of plenty?
I don't think there is a problem of plenty. I'm still saying.
Is the word problem or plenty?
I'm still saying there is no need to create plenty. There are two guys. I think Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli should be opening for India in the World Cup. That's exactly what I feel. I'm nothing against KL Rahul. We know how good a player he is, but I just feel going forward, at least into this World Cup, I think India should go with Virat Kohli and Rohit. Not because Virat Kohli has got 100 here.
Yeah, of course. We've been saying this for a very long time.
Rohit Sharma got a 17 last game, but I feel that for a team gets a really good balance when India goes with that batting lineup.
Now, Harsha, I mean, he's Virat Kohli. He's one of the greatest, if not the greatest, in certain pockets of this game. But for this century to come, it would definitely unlock something in him, because it's been a very, very long time. And sometimes, just as humans, we have that one goal you're chasing. You were that good. You were at one point, you were the king of the world, and then suddenly you weren't. Here, this century, does this unlock something in Virat Kohli?
I'd hope so. I can't see into the future. I don't know. I'd hope so. But he was looking very good right from the beginning. He got his start without slogging, which is what I keep coming to again and again. He got a start and he got innings batting like Virat Kohli and not batting like someone Virat Kohli was trying to be. So he didn't need to slog. He was batting beautifully. If he can continue batting like this, and as I said, if it unlocks something, we don't know.
Yeah.
Look, he's a champion player. He lives on another planet. I've not lived on that planet. He lives on that planet. So we'll have to wait and see now in the 6 games that follow. Because in the 6 games that follow, if he opens the batting, if he starts to get runs, there's a message going, not to the other 2 teams in the 6, there's a message going to everybody else. Yeah. So we'll wait and see. We'll celebrate today, but we won't look too far ahead. It's a fantastic innings, but enjoy it for now.
But not that, okay, last question on Virat Kohli. This is a very happy day for everyone who's followed Virat Kohli for this long. One last question on him. He said that, of course, the mental tick box is there. And he's, of course, got this 71st century now. And he said, perhaps mentally that one tick that's happened now, will that change things in Virat Kohli? Will he know that I was perhaps trying to bat like someone else? I won't now.
No, I don't think he would be thinking in terms of that, that something has changed. I was batting differently. I mean, today also it was dropped, and that 15 or 20. But luck is on his side. The quality is on his side. There is nothing to think. And when someone's got 70 hundreds, I don't think Virat Kohli would be thinking that I was batting like someone else, because he's already different. If everyone else could bat like Virat Kohli, then everyone else would have been Virat Kohli. Right? So I don't think he'd probably be thinking on those lines. But there's definite that mental box would have ticked, and he would be slightly relaxed, but maybe slightly even more focused now that I've got my form back, I've got my runs back. I will not put pressure on myself. I'll just keep enjoying this, because he would be thinking how I've got this 100. What was I thinking before coming to this tournament? Maybe slightly more relaxed and win games for India.
How much was he when he got dropped in that inning? I think it came pretty early.
We'll check the Cricbuzz app.
Yeah, 15, 20.
Came pretty early. In fact, Virat himself had said that post 2014, when he went back to England in 2018, there was this one catch I think David Malan put down.
Yeah.
And that sort of just changed everything. In every innings, every player, you need that little thing, something to go your way. Can you play and miss rather than get an edge? Okay. When things are not going your way, you get an edge and you're gone. Yeah. So maybe it's that little something that came his way. Some of Tendulkar's great innings, he's had lives early on. Okay. I remember some of the most breathtaking innings Azharuddin played. Every single innings, there was a life at 20, 25. Sometimes you just need that little thing. and he wasn't getting. I mean, you saw during the IPL, he was just different ways he was getting out.
Yeah.
And you just looked and he was throwing his head back saying, I can't believe that this is happening to me. But life is such a great leveler. And I hope for Virat Kohli's sake and for all those who enjoyed watching him, that the examination is over.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's now.
Life challenges all of us. It's challenged him a lot. It's challenged all of us. And I only hope now that he's found his way, the examination is over.
28 was his score when he got dropped, and you're so right. I mean, sometimes there were some days perhaps when he was batting really well and he got out to a ball that he wouldn't have gotten out earlier. So it's a great leveler, life is. And Virat Kohli scoring his 71st century today, now the highest run scorer in Asia Cup. So you're right, he would have come into this tournament thinking about a lot of things. And of course, he'd said right before the tournament started that I hadn't picked a bat for a month. From there to here, this will do his confidence a world of good.
He does well at the World Cup. Just remember the name, Ibrahim Zadran. Remember the name. It was very peculiar today. The moment the ball went high in the deep, they just kept palming it off.
He tried to take it with one hand.
Then Mujib did that again. Then Mujib again conceded a boundary. But it was meant to be. Virat will turn down and say there were so many occasions when I wondered why I'm getting out, so it was meant to be.
I mean, as a cricketer, I mean, you wouldn't mind, and that's exactly what, if it wasn't my fault that I dropped a catch. And it's just fielder's fault. But fortune favors the brave. If Virat had not tried to hit six, the ball wouldn't have gone in the air. So when you've got to take your chances at T20 format. And it's great for Indian cricket. It's great for Virat Kohli himself, because if we know how well he can bat, and if he can keep scoring runs like this, it is good chances for India to go into this World Cup. Especially now with 100, now that there are 100 is out of the way, Virat Kohli and India would be thinking that yes, we will be going with the right combination in the World Cup.
There's two expressions I've never understood. One is playing for pride.
Yeah.
Because you always play for pride. I've never understood this. Now you're playing for pride, as if to say, "Oh, pride ka darwaza khol diya kisi." No, no. The second thing, I'm not a dead rubber. It is a dead rubber in the sense that it will not change the outcome, but there's always something to play for in a game. And who knows, as I said, you never know what happens in the future. It could be this dead rubber playing for pride game that could unlock India going ahead. So there's never such things as playing for pride, dead rubber. There's always something to play for.
That is so true. And India had a lot to play for today. 212 is what they managed on the board. It's a huge score. We've talked about Virat Kohli, his 71st century. But the one name there, KL Rahul, he would also be very happy. The kind of freedom with which he batted today. I mean, there were a lot of question marks, but this strike rate, this knock will give him a lot of confidence.
It should. I know he's been short of runs throughout this Asia Cup, and before when he went to Zimbabwe, obviously was coming out of injury. So when you spend time in the middle, as Harsha Bhai said, even if it's dead rubber or the game that doesn't matter in the tournament, but if you've got runs in the middle in a pressure game with crowd and everything, you know that I've got 60 behind me. So there is a bit of your feet starts to move differently when you've got runs behind you, and I hope that happens with KL Rahul also. As you said, that there's someone who can play Virat Kohli like inning. If he gets set, he usually finishes like Virat Kohli does.
They interchange batting positions, just Virat and KL.
With KL coming at number 3, it could be a different scenario. Where he won't have time to think. He'll have to adjust to the scoreboard and how Rohit and Virat would have given the start. He would have had to play the way.
And of course, everyone will put up his numbers at number 4.
Number 4. They're ready. We've got it.
We've got them.
We've got it. Yeah, that's why he's pointing towards that. But let's have a look at Afghanistan's bowlers as well. Remember, now they're playing 2 games back to back. They had a heartbreaking loss against Pakistan. And today, would you say, Harsha, that they just lacked steam today, perhaps?
A little bit. I thought Farid Ahmed kept releasing the pressure.
Yeah.
But they obviously rate him. They're picking him ahead. Is Naveen ul Haq injured, or are they picking him ahead of Naveen ul Haq?
No, they picked him ahead of.
So he didn't. The pressure seemed to go off when he was playing. The only chance of pulling it back in was in the 13-14 over period, just after India had lost 2 wickets, when Mujib was bowling one end, Rashid was bowling at one end. The other thing for them is that I think. Has Rashid's wicket-taking numbers reduced? Are people just playing him off?
Now they're attacking him as well.
Now they're starting to attack because he's...
When we were doing comp box, I just made a point that we never used to see Rashid Khan bowling bad balls. Now he's getting hit of a bad ball, and
Yeah.
so that's why the pressure is getting released. So if one hit's been hit a 4 or a 6, and then there is no need of taking chance. There is one bad ball or two bad balls in.
He bowled a
that
couple.
over.
He's bowling a few of these drag downs.
Drag
I've
downs,
noticed.
yeah.
First time I've seen him starting to bowl a few drag downs.
Yeah.
All right, so there's one news coming from the ground, and that is that Rohit has taken the field and he's leading India. He was in the huddle as well. He's taken the field, so he's obviously replaced someone. Mr. PPPD, please shed some light
It
on
has
that.
to be
Can that
either
happen?
KL Rahul, or maybe if KL Rahul just gone for a toss, and maybe Virat's not on the field after scoring 120.
Okay, yeah. So maybe he's come in as a substitute fielder for a
Substitute
while.
fielder, yeah. So
won
if your
the-
captain's on the field, he captains the side. So
Yeah, correct.
That's
correct.
interesting.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting.
who else could have
So it's
come?
like saying when you're batting, you don't need
KL
to
is
be
on the
captain.
field, by the way.
You don't need to be captain when your side is batting. You need to be captain when your side is fielding. So okay, I'll come in captain when the side is fielding.
Yeah, it has to be 1 or 2 overs because Rohit is resting. So probably.
Yeah. All right. So the game is underway right now. Hazratullah.
Yeah,
says
I
that.
mean, Pant is going to keep.
Yeah.
Are they going to tell DK, don't worry, batting nahi aayi tumhari? Can you imagine DK comes back and at customs they ask him, so how was your tour? He'll say 2 balls.
One actually.
Was it one?
One ball.
Just that one ball that he took a single
Yeah,
to give the
single,
strike to
that's
Hardik
it.
Pandya. That's it. He's
That's
gone to
it.
the Asia Cup and played 1 ball.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, but today I don't think he would be complaining with the
No,
kind
it
of knock that
comes
he
to the
saw today.
territory of batting at 6-7.
Yeah.
It comes
Yeah,
to the territory.
correct. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so who won the prediction game last time around? I lost out on it by just 2 runs. Dil ki suni thi maine. I said 205, it's 212. So,
Blame it on Virat.
Blame it.
yeah, okay, it's fine. Aaj ke liye chalega. But we do a prediction game again now for the power play score for Afghanistan. PPPD?
I'm going high. I'm going
High?
58 or something.
Wow.
Just like that.
45.
45. I say 39 because I've got some additional piece of news. Hazratullah Zaza is out. So, utna to allowed hona chahiye.
Yeah, insider trading comes with jail sentences in some countries.
I know.
Yeah.
In India as
In
well.
India also.
Yeah, but in India it's very difficult to prove insider trading. So if you hadn't admitted to insider trading,
Sir,
you'd
I'm a
still
very
have
honest
taken.
man.
So you are now officially disqualified.
Disqualified.
It's
You
okay.
need to
So the
get
game-
smarter.
I'm not, no. I'm a very Siddha Sada bacha. But it's time for us to go now. Thank you so much, Mr. Harsha Bhogle. Thank you, Parthiv, for joining us. Thank you to all of you as well for joining in. We'll see you at the end of 10 overs with Cricbuzz Combox and then at the end of the game with Cricbuzz Live. This was Cricbuzz Live. Thank you so much for watching. See you super soon.